Hey everyone, it's Erin, the stay-at-home stitcher. I am taking this opportunity to make a WIP parade for y'all. I am going to be changing how I do my videos, and so I wanted to make a WIP parade before I change how I do my videos. I'm going to be switching to more of a vlog style video because my son is home for the summer. So taking short videos and then putting them all together is gonna work out better for me and my family. So here's the mugshot of the day. It is 9:30 at night, and this is like the first opportunity that I've had to actually woo-saw for the day. I am drinking hot cocoa, not coffee. And I'm gonna be doing a lot of leaning over. There's gonna be crinkling. I have 60 projects, WIPs. So I hope you guys are prepared for this. I'm gonna kind of go pretty fast. I'm not gonna do this is where I was before, this is where I'm at now. I'm just gonna kind of show you guys everything that I have going on. And my plan from moving forward, I'm not going to say from now on or for how long I'm going to be doing it, but my plan for now is I'm going to start focusing on one project for 5 days. 5 days seems like a pretty reasonable goal because there's some days where I only get 20 stitches, and then there's other days where I'm 4 or 5, sometimes upwards of 800 stitches. But I want to try to focus on my projects more, one at a time, because I do have so many projects. I am doing no new start summer. The only ones I'm allowed to start are my stamped kits for my collaborations. It's gonna be hard. I'm struggling because I have a whole pile of things that I can start just sitting over there waiting for me to finish something. So when I finish something and it opens up a project bag, then I can work on that. But if it's not in a project bag and it's just in a plastic baggie, then I'm not gonna start anything new. So that's kind of where I'm headed with it. I wanna record day 1 of working on my project and then record again on day 5. Or if I receive some haul between or anything like that, I'll record a quick video showing you guys my haul or whatever. On that note, the only haul that I have to show you is I did the Love to Stitch challenge in the embroidery.com group, and I received my needle minder from that. So here's my needle minder. It's really cute this year, and so if you want to find more about that, either go to embroidery.com and go to the blog, or you can go to the embroidery.com Facebook group. So with that being said, I'm going to start going through my projects here. Like I said, I'm going to be leaning over and grabbing them. They're all down right there. This is my stitchy spot, and so I figured it'd be easiest to do it right here since it is so late at night. My husband's sleeping just right behind the iPad in our room, and my son his room is right behind that wall. So I'm trying to do it quickly, efficiently, but quietly. So I'm going to start off with a project that is my focus starting today for 5 days. I use this project for my rainy day stitch. If it rains, then I work 200 stitches on it. It's in a project bag that I made, and most of these I have a cover page. So this is stained glass, Harry Potter. I did get this on Etsy. Yes, my paper is destroyed. We don't have to about how destroyed that paper is. So this is going to be my start for the 5 days. I have stitched all of this black. It's like, this right here is like 4,500 stitches. I made this needle minder out of a pin that I had. But this is going to be my focus for now through the 5 days. So at the end of the 5 days, I will take a video showing you where I ended up with this. I'm going to try to fill in this black right here and get to this color. So, I mean, it's a lot of stitches to fill that in, so we'll see. So, and I had that kind of set aside. So up next, in another bag that I made, this is my temperature stitch. It's by Apricot Polka Dot. On Etsy, I have a different color palette than what she charted it for. Here's where I am on this one. This is like the first week of May. We're in the 90s, high 80s, low 90s. So it's gonna start getting a lot more oranges and yellows in there as it gets warmer and warmer and warmer. I say warmer, I mean hotter. Okay, and then so after my 5 days on my Harry Potter stained glass, I am going in order in my basket from front to back, and then the other basket front to back, because I have 2 baskets full of WIPs. So this is called Magic Book, and I got it off of Etsy. Their store is no longer open, but this is a pretty popular pattern. You can get it quite a few places. I don't know when I started this one. It was a while back. But that's all I have done on it. This is like a grayish blue color fabric. There you go. That's pretty true to color right there. I just thought it'd be a pretty cool, like, sky looking color background. And then this is Minnie Trick or Treat by Randall Spangler, Heaven and Earth Designs. I started this one in 2021, and I'm doing it on 28 count 1/1. That's all I've got done so far. It's like the leaves, some of the leaves in the tree in the top corner. Some projects I park on, some projects I don't. Some days I park, some days I don't. I can't really tell you why it changes so often. Some days I'm in the mood to do it, some days I just can't bring myself to park. So, okay. Up next is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows 2 by Tilton Crafts, out of print. I started this in 2021 with the Stitching Penguin on 28 count 1/1, and that's all I've done. A lot of these are 2021. I just started. That way I had them started for WIP Go. Sometimes I regret it, sometimes I don't. Okay, this is Minnie the Farmer's Market by Amy Stewart. Enright Designs. I started this one in March. I'm doing it 28 count, 1/1. There's my start. I always like looking at it in the camera because to me it always looks different. My lighting isn't the best tonight either, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, this is called It's the Most Wonderful Spark by Sue Hills Designs. I love her designs. They are so much fun and colorful, and I just love them. So I started this one in 2021. It's on 22 count, 2/1. And there's what I got done. So not a whole lot, but it was a good start. My goal was to finish it by July 4th this year. I don't see that happening unless my 5 days that I focus on it, I can finish it. Up next, this is by Alessandra, Adelaide Needleworks. I'm doing this on black fabric, and I'm doing it on 14 count, 3/1. It's been so long since I worked on it, I have to remember. I had to remember which direction was the top. So, there it is. There we go, there's some light. I love how much it pops on this black fabric, all those colors. Okay, this is called Bearpaw Cabin. It was in Just Cross Stitch magazine, October of 21. It is designed by Bobbin and Fred. Go follow them on Instagram. They have a series out in the Just Cross Stitch magazines this year with birds. So I'm doing this on 20 count, 2/1. Look how cute the little cabin is. How cute is that? Oops. I'm sorry about my light. I'm trying to make it the best I can make it, but okay, this was the Oracle Stitch Along from the Facebook group. And I'm doing these colors. As one of the members of the group, she gave me permission to use her colors. I'm doing it on 18 count black. So yeah, I love these colors on this black fabric. It's a fun stitch too. trying to decide if I'm going to show you guys all my stamped kits, because you can't really see my progress. I'll show you my project. How about that? So I have Stay Trippy Little Hippie. And you can kind of see where I've stitched. But when I open it up, you can't. Well, kind of. You can see it right here and up here. And this is a from newcraftday.com. Okay, up next is my little pirate pumpkin guy. Okay, kind of see where I've stitched. And I started stitching on his lantern. And this is also I don't remember if it's New Craft Day, One Day Saving, or Cottage VIP. One of those. Okay. Up next is Minnie Magic Study, rainbow version. Artwork is by Rose Kahn, Heaven Art Designs. Let's see. It's on 22 count, 2/1. And there's my progress on that one. I love this. I love the colors in it. I love stitching it. It makes me happy. So I'll be glad when this is coming up on rotation. Next is these are in no particular order. This is just where they landed in the basket, by the way. This is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by Tilton Crafts, out of print. $28 count, 1/1. Just a tiny little start. A lot of 939, 310 in these projects. Like a lot. All the Harry Potter ones that I'm doing. So this is Wheel of Fortune by Takaki, charted by Tilton Crafts. I don't know if this one's out of print. It might be. I'm doing it on 28 count Monaco, 1/1. I started this one in March as well. I didn't get very far. I love this fabric, this 28 count Monaco from Joann's. It's a DMC Monaco. Next is Family Winter Cabin by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm doing it on 28 count. I'm doing this one 2/1 tent stitch. Started in the top. This is a water soluble pen. Nobody freak out. You can already see the outline of the owl that's in the top of the pattern. So this one's fun. This was a new purchase that I had this last year. This is a project bag that I made. And you'll never guess what's in it. It is Deep Blue Sea by John Enright, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Michelle offered this as a free one in the group for a very limited time. I believe you can buy it now. But I started this one. And this one's gonna be huge as well. It's like a 600 and something thousand stitches, I think is what it was. This is Autumn Magic by Randall Spangler, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's on 28 count, 1/1. And that's where I'm at with that one. Most of the time I do like a modified cross-country stitch. I don't normally have like a rhyme or reason. Okay. Project bag that I made. This is for Minnie Christmas 2 by Zero Marchetti, Heaven and Earth Designs. This was my Christmas start for 2021. It's on 22 count. I didn't get very far. That's when my son and I ended up with COVID. Up next is another bag that I made. This is my solar system. It's called Planet Earth Fractal Solar System or something like that on Etsy. I started in the middle on this one. And that's the moon in the very middle of the pattern. I'm sorry if I'm going too fast for you guys, but I don't want it to be like a 2-hour long video. I'm sure you understand. Almost skipped over a good one. This is Deer Creek by Donna Gelsinger, Heaven and Earth Designs. It is on, I think it's on 20 count. It's been so long since I started this one. So I've made it all the way across the top, and I've started to work down. So this is one of my oldest Heaven and Earths. Actually, I think this one is my oldest because I scrapped the Gone Fishing, the regular size, and it started it as a mini. So this is technically my oldest whip. Steam Train. The stamped kit. By New Craft Day. And it is on 11 count. I did a little bit of red right here. But then I started the background, the steam. You can kind of see where I've stitched. This is, I call it my Naked Sloth, by VIP Cross Stitch. Get naked unless you are just visiting. Don't make it weird. I love this one. Started on this one, and I started doing the rubber ducky, and then I went up to the top and I started working some of the top. So yeah, this is gonna be a big one. We're almost halfway through. Okay, up next is called The 100 Changes Girl. It's like a pin-up solo stitch. This one is also printed. My needle minder that I've made out of a charm. So there's that. I started over here, as you can see, and I just roll it up like this. That way I have something to hold on to as I stitch. See, and then I can stitch like this. I have something to hold on to. And then it's just easier to store it when it's all already rolled up. It just goes right in this giant Ziploc. Okay, so that's halfway through. Let's take a hot cocoa break. With that being said, that I'm halfway through, I have a whole nother basket, and I'm going to show you this from front to back as well. These are probably going to be harder to get back in the basket, just because there's more of them in this basket. More bigger kits, I should say. Okay. So this is Mad Hatter Cat. This is a free pattern from Smart Cross Stitch. Julia Zolotova, the designer. I'm stitching it on 18 count, 2/1, and I have not got that far. A lot of these I was just like, you know what, I have the fabric, I have the threads, I want to start something new. So I did. This one, I don't have a picture of it. This is Cocoa Time by Ink Circles. I don't know why I don't have a picture. I have shown this a bunch. This is Cocoa Time, and this is on a Bestitch Me opalescent fabric. I think it's a no name. I don't think it had a... It's a no name. It's an 18 count opalescent pink and blue. When I bought it, I thought it was red and blue, and I had a patriotic one I was going to do on it. But that's okay. It worked out perfect for Cocoa Time. Up next is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows 1 by Tilton Crafts, out of print. My son is like coughing in there. This is on a 28 count. There you go. Gonna have to just pop another bag that I made. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Tilton Crafts. Just a small start, but this is already the start of the H, so this one will get into some detail pretty fast. Another bag that I made. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by Tilton Crafts. Also a small start. This is the one that has confetti. Because you start out with like a leaf, and then you start out, and then the arch is right here, so it gets into it pretty fast. It gets confetti pretty fast. Up next, another bag that I made. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Tilton Crafts. I'm a little bit further on this one across, and it looks like I'm further because this is the one that I'm doing on 18 count rather than 28 count. So it's going to be a different size, but at this point, I'm okay with that. I don't know when I'm going to get them all finished anyways. Okay, this is Mushroom House. This was by Green Terrace. Like I said, her store, I think, is shut down. There's where I am on it. This was my very first project bag that I made. And I love cows. And the inside is just like these gray and blue arrows. This is the Country Kitty sampler. And I'm not stitching the ABCs on it. But I'm doing it on super tiny 28 count. So I wanted it small enough to put on my little magnetic display, and it had to be a certain size, so I kind of just did the fabric to match the size that I needed. This is Christmas Cottage 3. It's a little quilt shop. That's where I got to on that one. Don't mind my dog over there. He's chasing a fly. Pretty sure he's part cat. Okay. This one is This is Merida from Disney's Brave, and I started on this one. It just was not. Yeah, it was not a significant start. It was just right here. So. It wasn't a whole heck of a lot. Next is Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. You almost caught it, buddy. He's been chasing this fly for 3 days, so he'll just sit back there and chomp at the air. And this is on some fabric that I dyed myself. And I'm using, what number is this? 801 brown. Because I wanted it to look like a sunflower. Because that's kind of the vibe I was going for. Like a sunflower vibe. I don't know. But there's Pandemic. I forget that I have Pandemic. It just kind of hides over here. Another bag that I've made. And let's see if I'm right. I think this is Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets. Tilton clasps. I try to theme my bag so I know what I'm grabbing. And I don't have to search for it. Black. So much black in these Harry Potter pieces. Black, $9.39. And there's an 800 number. But there's a lot of. This is Not Forgotten Farm, The Giving Sisters. I have modified this pattern to fit what I wanted. I'm doing this on a Stitch Me fabric. I was trying to find the thing. I don't think this one had a name either. No, this is a no-name 16 count Stitch Me fabric. I'm doing it as a silhouette. So I'm gonna have, let's see if I can hold this up. I'll have this witch, I'll have the cauldron with the little bubbles, and then I'll have the other witch. But I'm not doing everything else that goes around it. This is another project bag that I made. My son's obsessed with dinosaurs, so I told him when I finished the project he could probably have the bag. Do I have a picture of what it will look like? I don't. Okay, so this is Dinosaur Forest by Embroidery, and it's on their 32 count Lagana. 2/2 with their, I'm using their variegated threads that they provide in the kit. I love their threads. I don't love stitching over two. It looks good, doesn't make me feel good. We're gonna say it like that, right? Okay. This is not wanting to come out of here. This is my Hermione. He's gonna catch it and then he's gonna be bored. This is my new craft day. And I have kind of stitched all over the place on this one. I have literally stitched all over the place. So, yeah. She's fun to work on. Okay. So this is the one I told you guys I scrapped the regular size and I started the mini. This is Minnie Gone Fishing by Donna Gilsinger, charted by Heaven Earth Designs. I scrapped the regulars, restarted it as a mini on 22 count, and that's where I'm at. So, not terribly far, but I had 3 pages done before I scrapped the regular. It was my very first Heaven and Earth, my very first full coverage. It has stitches going every which way. Not good. Here's my next one. I just call him my little piggy. My little Christmas piggy. This is by newcraftday.com. Okay, threads came out with it. This one isn't very big. I started right there on his face. This was just to pull it out and start it for the video. Nothing more. I haven't worked on it since, so maybe I'll pull that out. With my new plan of working on something for 5 days, after my 5 days is done, if there's something that I want to work on, I can pull it out. But if there's nothing calling to me, then I just start my 5 days on the next thing. So I give myself basically 2 days of rest to decide what else, if there's something calling to me, I can work on it. Okay, we're almost there. This is The General Store by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven Earth Designs. This is the Max Color version. I wanted to do a max color because of all the detail. I had about 600 and some odd stitches in on this one, and realized my fabric was the wrong way. So when that happened, I just restarted instead of pulling it all out. Let me fold this up here. This one's huge. instead of pulling it all out, I just restarted in the middle. So these are the two signs above the door. This one's fun to work on. Okay. Another bag that I made. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. So, not a terrible lot. There's a castle right here. So I'm getting to the detail. I'll get there eventually. Okay, this is Lizzie Kate, Dog Lovers. And I'm not doing this one, but I'm doing this one. This is my working copy. I don't even think I made a working copy of the little pillow. But that's where I'm at. Just working on the doghouse. It's cute. I'll finish this one for my fly catching dog cat back there. This is Winter. And this is by New Craft Day. This way. Basically just did that border all the way around right there. You can see the red. And then I started on the tree, did these little lights, came over here, did this. And when I have a strand of color on, I try to finish out the strand before I move on to the next color. So that way I'm not just constantly putting thread back on the organizer. I try to use a whole length at a time. This is a bag I made. Just the inside is just like that. This is my magic gnomes. I don't have a picture. I don't have a picture of this either. I just showed it though on my Instagram. They're Harry Potter themed gnomes. And I started on the Hufflepuff one's hat. This was also on Etsy on the Green Terrace store that closed down. I don't know if she's gonna open back up. I don't know where she went. So okay. This is Switzerland. I didn't save a picture of this one either. I need to go to the library and print out some more. This is the same person though. And I'm doing it on gray fabric. It's like a bottle, like a glass bottle. And it's got blue skies with some clouds and a little red barn and like some rolling green hills. I just showed it on my Instagram as well. Okay. Up next, this is called Arranging Lures by Ink Circles. I'm doing this one for my husband. He's an avid fisherman. And this is some fabric that I ice dyed. And there's the start. It's a little froggy. So I didn't do a project card for that one. I try to do project cards for all of my projects so I know when I started them. Okay. This one is Country Farm by Soda Stitch. It is also on some fabric that I ice dyed. So I started it and I got her little body done. I didn't do her head yet. That was my first Soda Stitch purchase. So I was pretty proud of that. This is by Designworks. My aim is to keep this bathroom clean. Your aim will help. And this is a little kit. Little kit. So I got her little bandana done. Started on the background. Started on her face. This is gonna be hung up in my son's bathroom. And all you people that live around boys know why. Okay. This is also a Designworks kit. Love grows here. I'm doing this one eventually for my sister. She basically has a forest in her house. That's how far I am on that one. I worked on this one last week and I got pretty far on it. I barely had anything done. Worked on it for like 2 days and got quite a bit done. A lot of my projects, if I just focused on it for a minute, I would have so much more done. This is Craft Village. We're almost done, y'all. Okay, so this is Craft Village. I have completed stitching this first part, and I'm on to the second one. I love this pattern. It's so much fun to work on. It's adorable, and it's one of those that if my son's playing outside, I can just grab this kit and go outside with him. It's a quick one. Oh, I can't reach. And then we're gonna call this my last one because the other two do not have a big enough start on it. This is Animal Tracks. I just finished my 5 days on this one. This was also in Just Cross Stitch magazine, October of 21. Like I said, I just finished my 5 days. My focus, and all I had done was this black paw print. So in my 5 days, I finished the background, the border, this whole block, and this whole block. And that's with my son home from school. So I was impressed with that. Because sometimes I don't get a whole lot of stitching time. And some days, it's like all I do is stitch while he's home. Because it just depends on his mood and my mood. And yeah. But that's all my whips. I knew it was going to take a while with an hour. I have a Mill Hill started upstairs. I think all I've done is sort the floss. My son's playroom is upstairs. Also my sewing stuff. So I work on like a Mill Hill while he's up there playing. Because I can sit there and I can work on Mill Hill and it's perforated paper. I don't need a hoop. I don't need anything else. But that's my WIP parade. This will be my last like video of just hanging out with y'all, telling you all the things. I have a string on me. I'm not surprised. Anyways, I will see you guys in my next video, and stay tuned for some new things happening and lots of progress. But for now, go over to my Instagram to follow for more frequent updates. Stay at Home Stitcher on Instagram as well, and I will see you guys in my next video. See you later.